All right, folks, what's going on? So we're going to be talking here real quick, a warning to the XRP community. But before I get into it, you saw the title, $10,000 XRP warning. I'm going to explain. It's going to be straight to the point. No riddles, no decodes involved. But two quick points that I wanted to say. What spurred this is last night's Saturday Night Live session. If you missed that, feel free to go back on my YouTube and you guys can check out Saturday Night Live XRP update, hour and a half long rant plus. I think I was approaching 2 hours. And just having a good time with the community. That's what we do on a Saturday night session. But tonight, Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be getting a former SEC lawyer, Alex Damsker, on the show with us to explain, update on the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. We're going to get into the mindset of the enemy. And maybe, I'm interested to ask her, how can you explain the SEC's actions as of late? Do you feel like they're protecting investors? I have a lot of questions we're going to run through. In regards to XRP as well. There's a lot to talk about in that Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. So be ready to tune in for that. That's going to be on the X platform at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now let's get right on into it. $10,000 XRP. I've talked about this in the past. I'm going to continue to talk about it. But last night I put out, Saturday Night Live, I put this out there. I said, guys, this isn't ending anytime soon. You have to get used to clickbait, hype. It's never going to go away. It's going to be doom and gloom. It's going to be hype to the moon, to zero, FUD. I love it. Back and forth. People are going to be dropping content, and look at the Bitcoin community. There's always somebody who's talking about Bitcoin going to $1 million, making some O-face clickbait, Bitcoin to $1 million. God bless them. And the most bullish, scenario really for Bitcoin this next bull run is like 100,000, maybe 150 if you really want to get crazy with it. It's going to be incredible to see if Bitcoin can actually break 100,000 and actually, do something special and then sustain any sort of value in the future, as it's a technology that I already think is irrelevant. But when I look at XRP, I'm not one to come on here and say that I know with 100% certainty that XRP is not going to go to 10K. Because I just have no idea what partnerships and deals Ripple has already done with banks, institutions, governments and payment providers around the world. And newsflash for everybody, excuse me, neither do you, right? I don't know and you don't know what is taking place behind closed doors with Ripple and these institutions that move trillions of dollars every single day. It's so simple. We can do the math. Newsflash, market cap calculation does not give you the true future value, right? It is today's price, but it does not represent future value. And, these tokens are not going to be limited by market cap. And I don't know the deals that Ripple has done behind the scenes. So it's just very simple. I don't come on here and say that I know with 100% certainty and get all worked up about a $10,000 XRP price prediction. Do I think it's irresponsible? No, I don't think it's irresponsible to talk about XRP going to crazy prices. Look at what the United States has done in the last 2 years alone, literally creating 1/3 of the total US dollars in circulation. We are still feeling the effects of that inflation. As we just saw last month, inflation ticked back up. This isn't going away. And so for me, and I think that for everybody, we have to understand, unless you work at one of these big banks or institutions, or you work for Ripple, you do not know what is taking place behind closed doors, right? And so I don't think that any of us are in a position to speak on this, right? And maybe these banks and institutions turned away Ripple. They weren't interested. Maybe they wanted to use Ripple but not use XRP. Many are in that scenario based off the legal uncertainty and the legal gray areas. And speaking of gray areas, you can see how gray it is, smoky it is behind me. That landmass right there behind me that you see is actually White Rock, BC. And my prayers go out to everyone in regards to the BC fires up there. I'm going to drop another video on the BC fires. That's a whole other separate topic. Unbelievable, by the way. But with that being said, we now have clarity. We are going to be, the only digital asset that we have the understanding, full clarity, full understanding, until we get regulations from Congress and until we see these, partnerships, all these deals, the veil gets lifted on this. None of us know. None of us know. And so the TA guys are going to show you what the TA shows you. Now, you can't plug, you know, you can't plug some of these events into your TA, right? And you can't just use TA. You have to use fundamental analysis combined with technical analysis, combined with realizing how big of a problem you're actually solving with this DLT technology versus how many of these tokens are actually in circulation for liquidity, which is something that I've always brought this XRP debate back to, is that we don't even know how much XRP is truly available for liquidity. We got AMMs coming. That's fantastic. Are you going to give up all your XRP to AMMs and make it available for liquidity? Probably not. I'm not. I'm not here to tell you what to do, right? But we are really confused on XRP supply out here when you listen to the common narratives that are talked about. People are talking about 50 billion XRP in circulation. No, there's not even close to 50 billion in circulation. Could 50 billion, be circulating at some point in the future? Well, absolutely. There's 100 billion tokens total. We've already burned over 10 million plus. As utility grows, more transactions and any use of the ledger will be burning XRP. So that's going to increase the destruction of the XRP token supply. So we look at the tokenomics and we can do our calculations and our speculation and our assumptions from there. But at the end of the day, we haven't sat at the table when Ripple had 15 executives from JP Morgan come pull up. So I put in the title here, $10,000 XRP warning, to just say, guys, you're going to hear hype, crazy narratives forever. Forever. If XRP goes to 10K, somebody's going to be talking about XRP going to 1 million. And you go look at the Bitcoin community, it's done incredible things. Back when it was trading for pennies, everybody thought you were insane to say that, Bitcoin could even go to $1, let alone $100. Now, it's done an incredible run up above 50K up to $69,000 US. That's incredible. Congratulations. Your number one spot's about to be taken from you, in my opinion, by XRP. So enjoy it while it lasts. And yes, Ethereum, we're going to pass you too, because this program actually works out. And when we are adding this utility to the XRP ledger, we're going to start to eat up all the folks that are using your program and paying the cost for it in gas fees and in downtime and in the Ethereum network just not being what it's, being sold to the world as, right? Now, with that being said, our community cuts through the confusion, cuts through the chaos, cuts through the noise, right? And that's why I put out this video here, $10,000 XRP warning. I want the community to hang in there, right? We have a ways to go, right? And I'm the first to admit that we have a long time before this thing is fully realized. And I'm not here for the pump to $5 or $10, but I'm ready for the pump to $5 or $10. As I dropped in the video yesterday, I don't care if we go up to $27 on this initial run up, right? But what I am concerned about is the volatility that's going to be coming in. I'm going to look at how I'm going to potentially trade that. And most of my bag is not going to be touched. And I'm going to try to enjoy the show as we watch XRP do something that the rest of the space hasn't seen in a long time, hasn't seen ever, which is having clarity and starting to, just see those small little flip of the switch over in these countries that are so small, these corridors that are so tight. The liquidity is not massive. It's nothing compared to what we do in Swift, in ACI worldwide. You're talking 6 trillion at Swift daily, ACI worldwide 14 trillion. There's over a quadrillion in derivatives. There's hundreds of trillions in securities and bonds. There's hundreds of trillions in debt. Do you get the point? And nobody's in a position to say with 100% certainty whether or not XRP is going to go to 10K, in my opinion, because we don't have all the information. We don't have all the inputs into this equation to do the maths. And I like to make fun of my British friends by, the maths, plural. We struggle with the maths, right? And the market cap bros are still trying to do the maths. For me, this is an exciting thing to watch happen. It's an incredible time to be alive. And I have a plan for XRP all the way, my first targets being around $10, all the way up to 10,000. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we don't need to go to 10,000, right? We're not, we're not counting on 10,000, right? We're counting on a higher price than 50 cents. And even at $5, I know $5 sounds so disappointing to so many. At $5, it's a life-changing opportunity. At $10, it's a life-changing opportunity for a lot of bag holders. For the person that just has a few thousand XRP, well, that might not be a life-changing move, but it's a start. It's a start. And if they only have a few thousand XRP, then that means that they're probably starting with fewer chips than someone who's sitting on 100,000 XRP, which is the whole point. A $30,000 pickup for someone sounds like nothing to you if you're sitting on 100,000 XRP and you're looking to put M's in the bank account, right? It's all perspective. So you have to understand what you want to get out of all these investments. For me, XRP, well, part of it I'm going to, maybe sell off, maybe, a little sliver, but this is a reserve currency on my balance sheet. And I'm going to hold this thing and I'm going to use it for utility and leverage it to go get more cash flow, more equity, and more assets. It's very simple. And I'm not going to throw it at the first AMM that comes out so that I can chase a 5.89% on my XRP yield, right? I want to see that that yield is sustainable, and I want to see that whoever's the custodian of my XRP is going to be able to preserve it, secure it, and actually turn a sustainable yield with it. So for the XRP community, I'm going to continue to put out warnings like this. I'm not afraid to talk about 10,000, to whisper 10,000 XRP, not afraid to talk about it, but we want to be clear, about our expectations, my expectations. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I show you guys what I'm doing, though. I try to provide the most transparency, and I appreciate all of you guys who show me the love and the support and all the feedback and comments. Even if you don't like what we're doing here, let me know how you really feel in the comments down below. Smash that thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do something for me, and let's have the conversation. Pull up in the Twitter spaces tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and tell me how you really feel. I don't run away from the conversation. As long as we can keep it respectable and we can be adults, we can talk about it, and we should talk about it. So come on up. I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the X platform. See you in the next one. God bless you all.